When I see something that I like, I got it. I love it.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most notable celebrity couples who became romantically involved after meeting on set.
You know you don't have to act with me, Steve. You don't have to say anything and you don't have to do anything.
Number 30. Claire Danes and Hugh Dancy. Evening. The 2007 film Evening starred Claire Danes and Hugh Dancy as Anne Grant and Buddy Whittenborn, two-thirds of a love triangle.
Harris, isn't Anne great?
Yeah, she's okay.
Because we've been friends since college. Anne and Lyle and me. Now Lila's wife. It's just Anne and me.
While the affection between Anne and Buddy may have been fictional, it blossomed into genuine chemistry between the actors who played them. Even more, the picturesque setting of Rhode Island, where the movie was filmed, served as the perfect location for their romance to ignite. Although Danes and Dancy started out as friends, they soon realized that their connection was a lot deeper.
If you and I just sang and laughed together for the rest of our lives.
In September 2009, after dating for about a year and being engaged for 7 months, the couple tied the knot in a private ceremony in France. They have since welcomed 3 children.
Yeah, I have Cyrus, who's 10, Rowan's 4, and this one, nice
little breaks. Nice little breaks right
evenly
there.
spaced, but a broad spectrum.
Number 29. Michael J. Fox and Tracy Pollan. Bright Lights, Big City. They are one of Hollywood's most enduring couples, having shared more than 35 years together. The first time Michael J. Fox and Tracy Pollan crossed paths was in 1985, on the set of the NBC sitcom Family Ties, where Pollan played Fox's love interest for one season.
I'm crazy about you. I'd give anything to be with you. I can't live without you. Okay? Gotta go. See ya.
As they were both involved with other people at the time, their relationship remained purely platonic. 2 years later, they worked together again on the 1988 film Bright Lights, Big City.
Well, it's a little early for dinner. You wanna do something? You wanna get a drink? All right. Or we could just go for a walk. All right.
This time, Fox and Pollan were both single, and they fell in love with each other pretty quickly. It didn't take long after that for Fox to pop the question and seal the union with his beloved wife.
I thought, oh, this guy actually, maybe has a future.
Number 28. Zendaya and Tom Holland. Spider-Man: Homecoming. The Marvel Cinematic Universe not only delivered some of Hollywood's most unforgettable showdowns, it also birthed one of its most adorable couples.
I really like you.
I really like you too.
While Zendaya had been in the limelight since the early 2010s, Holland's breakthrough came years later when he landed the role of Spider-Man in the MCU. It was on the set of his first standalone film, 2017 Spider-Man: Homecoming, that he initially encountered Zendaya, who played his classmate and eventual love interest MJ.
Can't believe you guys are at this lame party.
You're here too.
Am I?
Rumors of their romance began swirling soon after the movie was released, but a relationship between the two was not confirmed until 2021. Despite maintaining a low profile about their personal lives, the couple consistently shows public support for each other.
And she would land, and then I would sort of land like this, and my feet would swing from underneath me, and then she would catch me.
Number 27. Nina Dobrev and Ian Somerhalder. The Vampire Diaries.
You want a love that consumes you. You want passion and adventure and even a little danger.
Although they had worked in the industry for years prior, Nina Dobrev and Ian Somerhalder were both catapulted to fame when they were cast in the supernatural series The Vampire Diaries. Dobrev played Elena Gilbert, a young orphan who becomes romantically involved with vampire bad boy Damon Salvatore, played by Somerhalder.
You've been a terrible person. You've made all the wrong choices, and of all the choices that I've made, this will prove to be the worst one, but I am not sorry that I'm in love with you.
Their on-screen romance quickly transitioned into a real-life one, as the pair officially began dating less than a year after the show premiered. Sadly, unlike a vampire, this relationship did not live forever.
We don't work.
I know.
And we agree. This has to end.
In 2013, after 3 years together, Dobrev and Somerhalder decided to call it quits. Somerhalder went on to marry Twilight actress Nikki Reed, while Dobrev found love with Olympic medalist Shaun White. Number 26. Kyra Sedgwick and Kevin Bacon. Lemon Sky. Sometimes a couple meets and instantly knows they're made for each other. That was apparently the case with actors Kyra Sedgwick and Kevin Bacon.
Okay, now toss your head. Now just let everything go to hell. Pout. Indignant. Hate. Kill.
That's insane.
Now just give us one big sexy kiss.
The pair first crossed paths in 1987 on the set of the PBS television film Lemon Sky, and their connection was immediate. Although Sedgwick initially thought of Bacon as cocky, all it took was one date to dispel her doubts.
We had dinner one night and that was it. That was like it. It was a nice dinner. I opened the menu and said, I can't believe these prices, and he instantly fell in love.
Less than 2 years after meeting, the couple tied the knot and are now the parents of 2 children. Their romantic relationship has lasted just as long as their professional one, as the two have continued to collaborate on other projects such as Pirates, Murder in the First, and Loverboy.
Life isn't easy, building a family is not easy, living in the world is not easy, and I feel proud of us that we're sustaining and that we're trying to put good things out into the world.
Number 25, Daniel Craig and Rachel Weisz, Dream House.
There's joy in this house. There's real joy in this house. You're in it, so...
These 2 British actors both got their start in the London theater scene, which is where they first met. Daniel Craig and Rachel Weisz became friends while working on the play Les Grandes Horizontales at the National Theatre Studio in 1994. At the time, Craig was still married to his first wife, actress Fiona Loudon. Their next collaboration came in the 2011 psychological thriller Dream House, in which they played a married couple.
We'll do whatever it takes, okay? We'll hire a priest.
Hire a priest? Where'd you do that?
Sparks immediately flew between them on this set, and they exchanged vows just 6 months after they began dating. In 2018, Craig and Weisz celebrated the birth of their first child together.
Oh, the kids are asleep.
Mrs. Atenton.
Mr. Atenton.
Number 24, Dev Patel and Freida Pinto, Slumdog Millionaire. Best Picture winner Slumdog Millionaire was the film that launched actors Dev Patel and Freida Pinto into the limelight. It not only became the vehicle for their careers, but it also served as the breeding ground for a nearly 6-year romance between them.
Are you here?
See you.
You see me. Now what?
Patel and Pinto played love interests in Slumdog Millionaire, and in real life, a romantic relationship blossomed between them. They even went as far as describing each other as their soulmate.
This is our destiny.
Sadly, the flame that was ignited between the two during production of the film slowly fizzled out over time. In 2014, the couple announced that they had separated amicably.
Want to do something for me?
Anything.
Then forget me.
Number 23, Kit Harington and Rose Leslie, Game of Thrones.
I'd like to see you in a silk dress.
Would you?
So I could tear it off you.
Well, you rip from a pretty silk dress. I'll blacken your eye.
Fans of Game of Thrones were over the moon when it was confirmed that Kit Harington and Rose Leslie, who played the ill-fated lovers Jon Snow and Ygritte respectively, were dating. The two had initially met when filming the second season of the show. Their encounter in the fictional realm of Westeros eventually resulted in a heartfelt connection in the real world.
It's you and me that matters to me and you. Don't ever betray me.
Although their romance in the series was cut short by Ygritte's death, their real-life relationship continued to flourish. In June 2018, Harington and Leslie tied the knot in Scotland, in front of their friends, families, and many of their Game of Thrones co-stars. They are now the proud parents of 2 children.
Being in a relationship and knowing that you have a supportive partner can only lend itself to feeling more secure in yourself and therefore hopefully kind of growing together.
Number 22, Keri Russell and Matthew Rhys, The Americans.
I want it to be real. Do you think that we could do that?
For 5 years, they starred as KGB spies posing as a married couple in the US, but despite the duplicity of their characters, The Americans provided an avenue for a genuine relationship to form between actors Keri Russell and Matthew Rhys. Surprisingly, their paths first crossed way back in 2002 when they met at a kickball party.
So I sort of knew then when I was 26.
Do you want to say where it was?
It was in a parking lot. It was very romantic. And she asked me to open a beer.
Rhys had asked for Russell's number and left her a drunken message, but this encounter didn't lead anywhere. It wasn't until they reunited on the set of The Americans that they hit it off and eventually started dating. Although there are no official reports of their marriage, both Russell and Rhys have referred to each other as husband and wife in interviews.
When you saw Keri in that dress, you said, "Dear God." Boom. Vision. As always, as always.
Number 21. Anna Paquin and Stephen Moyer, True Blood. For True Blood co-stars Anna Paquin and Stephen Moyer, it was love at first bite.
I'm a star.
Aren't you afraid to be out here alone with a hungry vampire?
No.
The two first met while screen testing for the show, and according to Moyer, the spark between them was instant. As their characters Sookie and Bill grew more and more enamored with each other by the episode, so did Paquin and Moyer.
Miss Stackhouse, will you do me the honor of becoming my wife? That is, assuming that last night didn't scare you off weddings for good.
By 2009, while the show was in its second season, the couple announced that they had gotten engaged. The following year, they exchanged vows at a private residence in Malibu. Since then, Paquin and Moyer have welcomed a set of twins, and their relationship appears to be going strong.
It was such a life-changing part, and it was such a life-changing time of my life with meeting Adam, having that world, and we've got kids together and all of that.
Number 20. Vanessa Hudgens and Zac Efron, High School Musical.
This could be the start of something new.
While High School Musical was already the Disney Channel original movie to end all Disney Channel original movies, this off-screen relationship really put it over the top for fans. Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens met on the set of the first film in 2005. Ironically, their characters Troy Bolton and Gabriela Montez were also romantically involved. Although there are conflicting reports as to when the actors started dating, the early sparks of their chemistry were evident in their scenes together. The two kept dating after High School Musical 3. Although they broke up in 2010, they remained friends through the split. Number 19. Lili Reinhart and Cole Sprouse, Riverdale.
I love you. Cooper.
Riverdale is one of those shows where we'd be shocked if there wasn't behind-the-scenes coupling. We could have highlighted Camila Mendes and Charles Melton, who played Veronica Lodge and Reggie Mantle on the show. But how could we not stick with Betty and Jughead themselves? Played respectively by Lili Reinhart and Cole Sprouse, the two began dating the same year the show debuted in 2017. This makes us think that Bughead's first on-screen kiss had something to do with this real relationship.
What?
The couple did confirm they'd split in March 2020.
I should probably start heading home.
Where you could stay.
Sprouse sweetly wished Reinhart, quote, nothing but the utmost love and happiness moving forward. Number 18. Jenna Dewan and Channing Tatum, Step Up.
A lot of things that I want now that I didn't used to. I even catch myself every once in a while actually thinking I can have them.
As cliche as their meeting and subsequent story might have been, we couldn't help but root for this couple that fell in love on the set of a romance film. After hooking up once Step Up had wrapped, Jenna and Channing have since shown the world that they not only can act, but also have some awesome dance moves. The pair married in Malibu, California in 2009 and had a daughter 4 years later, as well as many lovey-dovey, sweet and cheesy moments that the media couldn't get enough of. They separated in 2018 and divorced the following year, but continued to support each other, describing themselves as, quote, two best friends realizing it's time to take some space.
I asked you to bring tights.
Do I look like I own tights?
Number 17. Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth, The Last Song. Is there any relationship saga with more ups and downs than that of Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth? Their rocky love story began on the set of The Last Song in 2009. The film is an adaptation of the romantic Nicholas Sparks novel.
You and I both know this is not my fault.
Although the movie received negative reviews, it was swoon-inducing to watch Cyrus and Hemsworth's real-life love blossom on screen. The pair was an on and off-again couple after that point.
I'm not gonna stand to be near you.
Maybe stop.
Don't touch me. Will! Don't touch me.
They went from being engaged in 2012 to splitting in 2013 to being engaged again in 2016 to actually tying the knot in 2018 to splitting again just 8 months later.
I think young people have a different idea of partnering and not feeling that this necessarily means this is going to have a legal document signed and dated.
Their love saga is like a Nicholas Sparks novel itself. Number 16. Courtney Cox and David Arquette, Scream. It was less screams and more sparks on the set of the hit slasher flick in which these two actors met in the mid-90s.
What brings you to these parts?
Well, you just never know when or where a story will break.
After tying the knot in 1999, they appeared in many films together, including 1999's thriller The Runner, 2001's romantic comedy The Shrink Is In, and 2006's horror The Tripper. Though enjoying career successes during their marriage, such as Cox's Golden Globe nomination for Cougar Town, the pair frequently went to couples therapy and ended up separating in 2010.
I'm on a sexual deadline here! And Carol, please do me a solid and blow on that stick. That stuff is crazy hot.
They divorced a few years later, although they say they still care about each other very much.
How's the eye?
It's productive. Is there a problem on campus?
No, everything's under control.
Well, of course, you're here.
Number 15. Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise, Days of Thunder. For much of the 90s, Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman were the it couple in Hollywood.
How can I be in bed with this guy?
I know the answer to that one.
Maybe, but you're still asking it.
They met in 1989 during the filming of the racing drama Days of Thunder, and were married on Christmas Eve of the next year.
I wasn't ignoring you.
Since he was one of the biggest stars on the planet and her star rose quickly soon after, the film industry was quick to cast them together again. They teamed up for the epic romance Far and Away.
I pretend I love you.
I pretend I love you too.
The would-be Oscar hopeful film was certainly elevated by their powerful chemistry, but their relationship ended after they worked together on Eyes Wide Shut in 1999.
There is something very important that we need to do as soon as possible.
What's that?
The couple, who had adopted 2 children together, divorced in 2001. Their breakup ended one of the great Hollywood love stories. Number 14. Nicole Ari Parker and Boris Kodjoe, Soul Food.
So why'd you finally say yes to me?
Oh, you mean besides the fact that you called me 6 times and left your phone number on every package you delivered?
These two lovebirds met while shooting the Showtime drama Soul Food. The series was a continuation of the 1997 film of the same name, albeit with a different cast. As it turns out, that casting led to Parker and Kodjoe playing lovers. Their fictional relationship extended to the real world. The couple tied the knot in 2005, just 2 months after the arrival of their first child. Fans of the pair can also watch them together in the 2002 rom-com Brown Sugar, although they date other characters. The longtime couple also tore up the stage in 2019 on Lip Sync Battle. Number 13. Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck, Daredevil.
I don't like being touched.
Why don't you tell me what you do like, and we'll start there.
Called America's sweetest couple in their heyday, this good-looking pair first met on the set of their 2001 film Pearl Harbor. However, for the next few years, Affleck was busy dating his Gigli co-star J-Lo instead.
May I remind you, Barbara, we're Navy nurses, not tourists.
It wasn't until their superhero outing Daredevil that Affleck and Garner saw each other in a new light. Must have been those banging costumes.
I don't want to lose you again.
I'll find you.
They made their relationship public in 2004 at a World Series baseball game, and jumped the broom a year later in an exotic Caribbean wedding. 10 years and 3 children later, however, the couple separated and finalized their divorce in 2018.
I'm not gonna fight you.
Good. Then this'll be quick.
Affleck went on to date his Deepwater co-star Ana de Armas, then eventually reunited with Jennifer Lopez, to whom he is now married. Number 12. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, Green Lantern.
Do you think I'm irresponsible?
You may not have been able to tell from their first public appearance together at Comic-Con as the leads in Green Lantern, but this pair of gorgeous thespians seems to have been destined for each other.
Evening, ma'am. Didn't get a chance to say goodbye. Are you okay?
The Canadian stud and Gossip Girl actress hit it off after their respective breakups to Scarlett Johansson and Penn Badgley, and were confirmed to be a couple in 2011. This led to a stylish wedding in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina the next year.
They said that the ring wouldn't have chosen me if it didn't see something. Something I don't see yet.
I see it.
They have since had 4 children together and are still going strong. Number 11. Penelope Cruz and Javier Bardem, Vicky Cristina Barcelona. In Vicky Cristina Barcelona, Javier Bardem's Juan Antonio finds himself beset by gorgeous women.
We'll eat well, we'll drink good wine, we'll make love.
Yeah, who exactly is going to make love?
Hopefully the 3 of us.
There was Vicky, played by Rebecca Hall, Christina, portrayed by Scarlett Johansson, and his unstable ex-wife Maria Elena, played by Penelope Cruz.
And you know I always have your best interest.
Well, not when you try to kill me.
Bardem ultimately got together with Penelope Cruz in 2010 after 3 years of dating. They've since welcomed 2 children into the world, a son born in 2011 and a daughter born in 2013.
He stole everything from me, his whole style.
She likes to make up these stories.
While they've acted together after this 2008 film, Vicky Cristina Barcelona wasn't their first film together. They actually starred in the 1992 Spanish romantic drama Jamón Jamón. Apparently, the sparks only appeared the second time they worked together. Number 10. Katharine Hepburn and Spencer Tracy, Woman of the Year.
I had kind of an idea that it had something to do with being with you.
Katharine Hepburn was arguably one of the most famous women of the century. It's fitting that her relationship with longtime partner Spencer Tracy was just as legendary. When Hepburn first met Tracy on the set of the romantic comedy Woman of the Year, she was wearing high heels. The actress allegedly told him, quote, "I'm afraid I'm a bit tall for you, Mr. Tracy." But apparently, he overcame the height difference. Despite still being married, Tracy couldn't stay away from Hepburn. As she garnered rave reviews and even an Oscar nomination, he was at her side. Though the two never wed, they believed in Until Death Do They Part.
Like it?
Beautiful. It's a little too high to reach.
I'm not.
Tracy passed away shortly after they both filmed Guess Who's Coming to Dinner.
And you'll have to agree that any 2 people who love each other that much deserve all the best luck in the world.
Number 9. Deborah-Lee Furness and Hugh Jackman, Corelli. These days, one can't help but be a little starstruck by Hugh Jackman. He became world famous after taking up the mantle of Wolverine in X-Men. However, his on-set love story took place a good deal before he was a household name.
Just take your time.
No, it's...
Jackman appeared on the Australian prison drama Corelli for his second on-screen role. It was there that he met actress Deborah-Lee Furness, who was playing a psychologist. While this series didn't last longer than 10 episodes, Jackman and Furness's union lasted much longer than that.
Deborah-Lee. Hi, wow.
Nice to meet
You're
you.
something.
No.
How are you?
They got married in 1996 when they were 28 and 40 respectively. After Furness had 2 miscarriages, the couple decided to adopt 2 children. Sadly, in 2023, they decided to go their separate ways. Number 8. Reese Witherspoon and Ryan Phillippe, Cruel Intentions. Of all the sets to fall in love on, Cruel Intentions is a bit of a twisted one, but to each their own. Reese Witherspoon and Ryan Phillippe formally met at the former's 21st birthday party, but their relationship really progressed while they were filming Cruel Intentions.
I'm impressed.
Well, I'm in love.
In the film, Phillippe played a sadistic manipulator named Sebastian who's tasked with romancing Witherspoon's chaste Annette. Even without knowing that the two married after the film was released, you can see genuine chemistry on screen when the couple's vitriol turns to affection.
I love you, Annette.
I love you too.
Witherspoon and Phillippe had 2 kids together before calling it quits in 2006. We suppose it really just wasn't meant to be for Annette and Sebastian.
What's wrong?
It's not you, it's me.
Number 7. Jennifer Goodwin and Josh Dallas, Once Upon a Time.
Charming.
Yes. It's me.
Once upon a time, there were two actors named Jennifer Goodwin and Josh Dallas who fell in love while filming a show called, Once Upon a Time.
What I'm feeling? It's love. Mary Margaret.
Their romance is something you would normally read in a storybook.
You found me.
Goodwin played Snow White to Dallas's Prince Charming. After they both left serious relationships earlier in the year, the two began dating right around the time that the show first premiered in late 2011.
Will you marry me?
They married in 2014 and welcomed their first of two sons 1 month later.
As you can see, lots happened.
After wrapping the series in 2018, the two remained together. Kind of appropriate they would get a happily ever after. Number 6. Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell, Swing Shift. Although they first met during the filming of the one and only genuine original Family Band in 1968, the two only felt sparks during the filming of their second film together.
It's your own life. You got a right to be happy.
I can't.
The romantic war drama had a story in which Hawn's lonely character falls in love with Lucky, a charming musician played by Russell. Since then, the couple has enjoyed well over 30 years together, during which time they've raised multiple children from different relationships, only one being their own. Also starring together in Overboard in 1987, the couple has become a symbol of an enduring, happy, and successful Hollywood pair.
You can be quite charming when you want to be.
You just caught me on a bad day.
Number 5. Rachel McAdams and Ryan Gosling, The Notebook. If there was ever an on-screen relationship that we desperately wanted to work out in real life, it was this one.
You want to come in?
Okay.
Though they reportedly couldn't stand each other and argued constantly during filming, things soon heated up in the good way for the cute pair after the end of production, starting in mid-2005. This led to 2 years of Rachel and Ryan dating and a fleeting reunion in 2008. Though it wasn't meant to last, and Gosling has since ended up with co-star Eva Mendes from 2012's The Place Beyond the Pines, we still look back fondly on the charming pair.
What do you want?
I have to go.
Number 4. Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton, Cleopatra.
When we first met in Rome, I remembered you. And I wondered that I could ever have forgotten.
They were the super couple of the 1960s, and it all started on the set of the biggest and boldest epic of the time. In a behind-the-scenes affair that rocked the world, the lovesick pair divorced their spouses after production and married each other in what would come to be the first of 2 marriages.
Don't ask me to be clear about my feelings right now. I'm tired. And with you, even at my best, it's never easy to say my meaning.
Characterized by passion, conflict, luxury, and scandal, their relationship came to be the most media-covered of its time. The couple starred in about a dozen movies together, including the classic 1966 drama Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf.
I used to drink brandy.
You used to drink Bergen, too.
Shut up, Martha.
Number 3. Lauren Bacall and Humphrey Bogart, To Have and Have Not.
Look, I'm tired and I want to get some sleep.
That's not a bad idea. What made you so mad?
I've been mad ever since I met you.
There was an age difference of 25 years when the young actress and screen icon met during the filming of their romantic adventure flick. And Bogart was already married. But the chemistry between the two was too strong to resist.
There's a lot of people around here saving.
They were married soon after, with their next film together being 1946's The Big Sleep. Their chemistry continued to be obvious in films like 1947's Dark Passage and 1948's Key Largo, although their home life was a little less smooth. Nevertheless, they stayed together and in love until his death at age 57.
Will you get out of this and stay out if I let you go?
No.
Number 2. Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. They were the ultimate Hollywood super couple, the decisive celebrity success story. They were Brangelina.
You still alive, baby?
It all started when the two fell in love with each other on set, leading to Pitt's divorce from Jennifer Aniston and a relationship that became the picture of success and happiness.
Perfect timing.
As always.
The pair ended up with 6 children and starred together in what would come to be their second and final romp as a married couple, 2015's By the Sea, 1 year before Jolie filed for divorce from Pitt. Citing irreconcilable differences, it was a move that shattered the world.
I like the dress.
I'm in mourning.
Should wear it more often.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Joanne Woodward and Paul Newman, The Long Hot Summer. For much of their time together, Paul Newman and Joanne Woodward were widely known as Hollywood's golden couple. They definitely earned that moniker.
You mean your friend would not like it if we went off together? The idea you and me just wouldn't go down, would it?
Although Newman was already married when the two of them met, their courtship and subsequent partnership is nothing short of endearing. They became enamored with one another on the Broadway set of Picnic. But it wasn't until they co-starred in The Long Hot Summer years later that things moved forward.
Put them things down, Miss Clara, because I'm going to kiss you. I'm going to show you how simple it is.
They were initially apprehensive to get together because Woodward didn't want to be a homewrecker. But after Newman's wife agreed to a divorce, the lovebirds were married months later. They stayed together for the next 50 years. It seems that The Long Hot Summer begat a long, happy marriage. What other on-screen co-stars would you want to see become a thing? Let us know in the comments below.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.